Hello everyone, welcome to Build. Today we're excited to share with you how you can get started with Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric. Microsoft Fabric accelerates data potential for the era of AI. It provides a unified data foundation for all analytics workload and integrates Power BI, Data Factory, and the next generation of Synapse to offer customers a price performant and easy to manage modern analytics solution. Every analytics workload works seamlessly with the one lake to minimize data management time and effort by eliminating data movement and duplication. Fabric reduces the pain of integration and facilitates better collaboration with a solution that makes it easy to connect and use the different analytics tool your team needs. It is open at every layer with no proprietary logins. Fabric empowers business users with deeply integrated Microsoft Office and Teams experiences. And it delivers AI CoPilot to accelerate analytics productivity, discover insights, and enable you to create custom ChatGPT solutions with your data. Today, we're excited to announce Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric. With Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric, we are bringing the best of our Pro data integration and Citizen data integration offering into a single SaaS-led experience. Data Factory empowers you with a modern data integration experience to ingest, prepare, and transform data from a rich set of data sources, whether it's databases, data warehouse, lakehouse, real-time data, and more. Whether you're a citizen or professional developer, you will be able to transform the data with intelligent transformation and leverage a rich set of activities. With Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric, we are bringing fast copy data movement capabilities to both data flows and data pipeline. With fast copy, you can move data between your favorite data store blazing fast. Most importantly, fast copy enables you to bring data to your lakehouse and data warehouses in Fabric. Out of the box, Data Factory in Fabric enables you access to more than 300 scalable transformation with Generation 2 of data flows. Most importantly, it includes AI-based data transformation. A rich set of data orchestration activities enable you to compose data movement, transformation, and logic together. Data Factory in Fabric provides you with what you need to build a modern data integration solution, and what you need as part of your modern data stack. Delivering the world's data integration platform for all users on every cloud hinges on the ability to provide connectivity to every business-critical data source. Data Factory in Fabric supports more than 170 connectors out of the box, from on-premises data sources to cloud databases to analytical platform, line of business application, and more. Now, at the same time, we provide a connector SDK that will enable anyone to build connectors which can be certified by Microsoft. Our goal is to empower every person in the organization to get the data they need, transform the data to the right shape, and land the data to the right data destination. With Data Factory in Fabric, you get enterprise-scale data ingestion, transformation, and orchestration with data flows and pipelines. Before I dive into each of these capabilities, Shireen will be showing you a demo on how you can get started with Data Factory in Fabric.
Thanks, Hyong. In this demo, I will show you how the data flow and pipeline experience can create a powerful and comprehensive data solution. Here, we have the homepage of Data Factory in Fabric. Let's start by creating a data flow. Users who are familiar with Power Query will appreciate the familiarity of the low-code yet customizable experience. With over 170 connectors, you can get data from many sources. As you can see here, I have already imported my two tables, my orders table and my products table from my worldwide importer SQL database. Along with the two tables I brought in, I have a customer's Excel file that I have on my file system that I would like to bring in. I am just going to drag and drop the file into my editor. Immediately, I am brought to the Connect to a New Data Source page, where I can see that my customer's file has been uploaded. Data Preview allows me to see my data before selecting the data to clean and transform. Now that I have brought in my data, I'm ready to transform data at high scale. Along with altering columns and rows, I can also merge and append queries. Let me first start by merging my customers and orders query. I can specify the queries I want to merge, along with the column I want to merge on. Now, I can see a new query with all the columns from my customers table and one column with the nested data from the orders table. Along with merging and appending queries, I can also transform the data using group by. Group by allows me to group rows in my query based on the values in the selected column. For this example, I will group by the related titles for each customer. Now, we can see that a new transformation has been made to the query, showcasing our new output. With data flows, you can set your output destination to store your transformed data. In this example, I will write the results to a table in a data warehouse. Let's put in the server and connection credentials to my data warehouse. I will choose a destination target and give the table a name. I will leave the default as replace, essentially meaning that any tables with the same name will be replaced in my warehouse. I will quickly rename my data flow to Contosa Data Flow, and then I can publish it. And with that, my data flow is complete. Now, let's design our pipeline. Fabric data integration includes the rich data orchestration capabilities that currently exist in Azure Data Factory. And with pipelines, customers can perform sophisticated data orchestration at an enterprise scale. Users who are familiar with ADF will appreciate the familiarity of the low-code yet customizable experience. Here is our existing lakehouse. You can get started with building pipelines directly in the lakehouse. In this example, I will use the copy assistant to copy data from multiple Azure SQL data tables to the lakehouse. The copy assistant empowers any users to quickly get up to speed with creating pipelines that bring data to the Microsoft Cloud. Let's connect to an Azure SQL database and bring in some tables. Let's bring in 4 tables from my database. After selecting the tables, I can see a preview of it as well. Then I can choose my data destination output. I can either create a new lakehouse or use an existing lakehouse. Let me choose an existing one. Let me give my new tables names. And just like how I did in the data flow example, I will make sure I overwrite my tables just in case there are any duplicates in my lakehouse. I'm provided with a quick summary of what I just did. And just like magic, we can enable users to copy multiple tables quickly to their favorite data destinations. The pipeline experience also includes a library of activities that will enable rich and sophisticated data orchestration. I can add a data flow activity to execute the data flow that I previously created. And while data flow provides no-code transformations, we can also leverage notebooks for the code-centric transformations. Let's add a notebook activity, and I will select an existing notebook that I've created that sorts the products in my product table by color. I will save my pipeline, and now I will run the pipeline with the notebook and the data flow. And there you go, the pipeline ran successfully. I hope you enjoyed this short walkthrough. With Data Factory and Microsoft Fabric, we aim to bring the best of our citizen data integration and pro data integration experiences into a single, delightful SaaS-delivered experience. Back to you, Hyong.
One of the capabilities you saw in the demo is Data Flows Generation 2. Data Flow Generation 2 is the next generation of Power BI data flows, supporting both ETL and ELT patterns, enabled by the rich low-code Power Query experience. With Data Factory and Fabric, we have enhanced Data Flows Generation 2 to deliver scalable transformation beyond what is supported today, leveraging the Fabric compute. This means that your data flow can potentially leverage the rich set of transformation with the scale needed for the most complex transformation tasks. Most importantly, we have heard your feedback and your requests time and again to enable you to save the results of the data flow into a data destination of your choice. With Data Factory and Fabric, we'll enable data flows to support various output destinations so that you can persist the data output of data flows into your favorite destination. Data pipelines in Fabric is an evolution of Azure Data Factory pipelines. Out of the box, you have access to a rich library of activities, and whether you're ingesting data into the lake with fast copy capabilities or orchestration the execution of notebooks, stock procedures, and more. To help you get started, you can use the copy assistant to get started quickly with copying data from your favorite data sources to the data destination, for example, the data warehouse. As we work towards the preview of Data Factory, we're excited to have the opportunity to work with Simon from Hitachi Solutions, who is an early adopter of the Data Factory. Thank you, Simon, for working with us on Data Factory and the feedback that has helped us tremendously in driving product innovations.
Hello everyone, my name is Simon Nuss and I lead a team of data and analytics consultants here at Hitachi Solutions. We are proud to partner with the Microsoft Fabric team and help bring their fantastic vision to life. With Microsoft Fabric, there is no need to stitch together different products to form a Frankenstein's monster. Instead, all data movement, storage, engineering, business intelligence, and data science needs are found within a single comprehensive experience. There is no other product on the market that provides this level of breadth, depth, and cohesion. With our support, our customers have embraced the Fabric platform and mastered these revolutionary capabilities. One of the most remarkable features is Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric, which has proved instrumental by empowering any business user to orchestrate their data without relying on a separate data team. In fact, as we demonstrated Data Factory to our customers, their eyes lit up at the possibility of leveraging enterprise-grade data orchestration in a simple, elegant, and code-free experience. We at Hitachi Solutions and our customers are thrilled by how Microsoft Fabric Data Factory makes data orchestration easy for everyone. This is an exciting new frontier, and we can't wait to explore it with you. Thank you.
Next, monitoring your data flows and pipelines is top of mind. You want to know when your data flows and pipelines complete refreshing the data, or when they fail. With Data Factory in Fabric, you'll be able to use the Monitoring Hub to monitor all your data flows and pipelines. You can also deep dive into detailed analysis of the different stages of how your data is moved. When things goes wrong, you can leverage Data Factory in Fabric to troubleshoot things quickly. Another important top of mind is end-to-end lineage. End-to-end lineage of everything in your analytics project is important. Now, with Data Factory in Fabric, you get all of this. Let me invite Shireen to show you the monitoring and lineage capabilities that you can use for your end-to-end data integration lifecycle.
Let's see a live demo of the Monitoring Hub. As you mentioned before, the Monitoring Hub allows users to monitor artifacts between different workloads, making the monitoring experience simple and consistent. With the combined capabilities of the Monitoring Hub and the artifacts in Data Factory, such as data flows and data pipelines, I can get a full view of all the workloads and drill into any activity within a Data Factory artifact. So let's see this in action. Here's my Contoso Analytics workspace. On the left ribbon, we can see the Monitoring Hub button that takes me directly to the Monitoring Hub. Once you've landed in the Monitoring Hub, you will see a list of current artifacts across all workspaces as seen here. I can use the rich filtering capabilities to view a selection of the artifacts that I'm interested in monitoring. On the right-hand side, I can click on the Filters menu and apply more filters. I am first going to add a filter to see only the completed activities. I will then add some additional filters so that I can see my data flow, my data pipeline, and notebook artifacts. And lastly, I only want to view the artifacts in my Contoso Analytics workspace. And there you go, changes are reflected instantly. As you can see, it is easy to monitor my different artifacts between different workloads, making it simple for data engineers to monitor notebooks, data pipelines, and data flows in one easy-to-read page. After I've selected my filters, you can see that they are displayed as pill buttons at the top of the table. We can also easily deselect any of them by clicking on the X button. I can also check for more details by clicking on the Info button, which pops up when I hover over an artifact. General details are displayed on the ribbon, along with pipeline run ID and related artifacts. For more in-depth monitoring, I can click on the name of the artifact to enter into a more detailed monitoring page by clicking into my data pipeline name. Here, I can get a full understanding of my data pipeline execution status through different views. I can also drill down into each of the activities that are running in my data pipeline. For example, I can click on my copy activity to get an in-depth analysis on how the copy activity ran. When we go back to the Monitoring Hub, the column headers are specified for each experience to better fit the usage. I'm able to add different artifact types into the central monitoring table, but the column headers won't change unless I switch to a different experience. Now, let's go back to my workspace and view my data lineage. Let's scroll down to one of my pipelines and click on the 3 dots and click on View Lineage. Here, I can see that my pipeline is connected to both my notebook and my lakehouse, making it easy to visualize how my data is connected to all my different artifacts in Fabric. You can see how easy it is to build and monitor powerful data solutions to help ensure that activities can be tracked efficiently across workloads.
We're excited to work with partners globally, empowering them to be successful in integrating with Microsoft capabilities. Today, we're excited to show you product innovations that we have been working with partners like Delphix. The Delphix and Microsoft team has been working together closely to deliver a multi-cloud data compliance solution that you can use in Data Factory. Tess from the Delphix product management team will share a demo with you.
Thank you, Hyong. We all know the cloud is filled with personally identifiable information, and compliance risks continue to grow as sensitive data flows to downstream environments. Manually addressing these risks can lead to delays in data access, hindering innovation. That's why together with Microsoft, we created DLP Compliance Services for Data Factory, leveraging our mutual commitment to partner success and hands-on product collaboration. It's been an ideal way for us to be better together, delivering the best of data compliance and data integration. Our solution lets you achieve multi-cloud compliance in Data Factory, all in 3 simple steps. First, you'll import a template containing pre-built queries. I've already loaded that here. You'll then select the data source that you want to mask, which I've preloaded too. Second, define your masking rules. In a central mapping table, select the columns that you'd like to mask and choose from Delphix's pre-built deterministic masking algorithms. These replace sensitive data with fictitious yet realistic values, preserving their analytical utility. Third, configure the function and then click Invoke to automatically mask data as a part of your data flow. DLP Compliance Services will mask data as configured in the mapping table. Masking is applied consistently, ensuring referential integrity. Ensuring that values are masked the same way across all environments guarantees that integrated analytics continue to work with masked data. You'll see that Lysandra Preston will become Iwana Villar wherever it appears across datasets. And after these 3 easy steps, your data is now secure and ready for use. With DLP Compliance Services for Data Factory, compliance will no longer stand in the way of your business insights. We invite you to try it out and learn more by following the link on your screen. Back to you, Hyong.
With AI built into Data Factory, you can now accelerate and automate all your common data integration tasks. For example, you might need to extract data from an unstructured data source like a web page, or a text file without a well-defined set of rows. With AI built into the factory, you can now do all of this. You can provide examples of what you want to extract, and powerful AI capabilities underneath the hood will learn from the examples and create the Data Factory data flows to extract the data that you need. Let's take a look at the demo.
By example data extraction and data flows provides a no-code data-first citizen user-friendly way to extract data from unstructured data sources that is unmatched in the industry. Web by Example allows users to easily extract data from web pages, like the one we see on the left, where a matrix-style gallery can be turned into a tabular structure, including connector names, publisher, in this case Microsoft, categories, and products as columns. Using data flows, customers can simply specify a few sample values for the data outcomes that they're looking for. For example, we'll extract the connector name. By inputting just a couple of examples, Data Factory data flows will be able to apply smart AI heuristics and extract the right data from the entire web page. In this example, we will also extract the category for each of these connectors, which can be done by inputting a single value, because at this point, it already understands the structure from this web page. Last but not least, we will also extract the list of products where each of the connectors in the data flows are available today. Once users get the desired data extracted from the web page, they can move forward with applying any other transformations out of the 300 plus supported transformations in the editor experience, leveraging a high visual, no-code experience that invites citizen users to achieve more with their data. In this example, we will just apply a group by operation to count the number of connectors by connector category. Now, let's transition over to text by example. Text by example provides similar capabilities, allowing users to extract data from semi-structured text files. In this example, this text file contains customer records in blocks of 5 lines, where the first line corresponds to the company name, followed by the contact name, title, and contact details. After bringing this data into any DI tool, the results in a single column input, which is very tedious to reshape and clean up by hand. With add tables from example, data flows allow user to focus on the desired data outcomes and leave the complexity of data transformations to our AI logic. With just a couple of examples from the first 2 columns, it can infer the right repetition pattern and extract the rest of the customer records from the file. From that point on, specifying new columns such as contact title is even easier. With just one sample value, data flows gets the job done. Now notice carefully, after landing in the editor, customers can see the full sequence of applied transformation steps in the ribbon above to achieve these results. These steps can be further explored or customized by users and extended with any other data transformations. Like in this case, we're going to derive a new column based upon the contact name and title from this table using column by examples to generate a very particular format. Last name, uppercase, comma, first name, and title in parentheses. And there you go. It's just that easy to transform data using data flows. And with highly visual capabilities such as data profiling, users can immediately get a sense for the value distributions of their data. Users can leverage data profiles to understand value distributions on their data, address any quality issues such as missing or duplicated values, or simply exclude specific data values as needed for their scenario. In this case, we will just exclude any customers that have a contact title equal to owner. By example data extraction and data factory data flows truly is an easy-to-use experience, helping you to accelerate and automate the transformation process.
Later this year, we'll be delivering CoPilot experiences in Fabric. Data Factory CoPilot will bring game-changing capabilities that will enable you to enhance your developer productivity and empower you to achieve more. Data Factory CoPilot will enable you to use natural language to create the data flows and data pipelines that will help you ingest, transform, and orchestrate data. Let's see a sneak preview of this demo.
I'm super excited to demonstrate the impressive capabilities of CoPilot in Data Factory and Fabric. With CoPilot, you can effortlessly create complex pipelines using natural language. Additionally, it can provide you with useful suggestions for the next steps. Let's start by launching the CoPilot from the home page. You will then notice that the CoPilot shows up on the landing page on the right. Let's provide CoPilot with a natural language description of the task you wish to achieve. I will ask CoPilot to copy data from SQL to a container in the blob storage. The CoPilot smartly provides a list of connections, and we don't have to remember the exact name of the connection, making you more productive. Let's choose Contoso Sales SQL and Finance Blob Storage. We can also request CoPilot to perform additional activities to help us build a metadata-driven pipeline, such as looking up the country name column from the country metadata table to obtain the source tables based on the listed countries. This command will immediately create activities on the canvas, including lookup, for each, and a well-parameterized copy activity. You can regenerate the pipeline for an alternative one, allowing you to choose the best generated pipeline for your use case. To regenerate, let's click on the Regenerate button. The CoPilot regenerated an alternative pipeline with the same user input that was passed earlier. Additionally, CoPilot provides you with IntelliSense for connection selection and suggests the next steps. In this case, let's run this pipeline. Within seconds, the pipeline will execute successfully. This is how we're bringing CoPilot into Data Factory to improve data engineers' productivity, making data integration easy by allowing you to describe complex tasks in natural language. Thank you for viewing this sneak preview.
We're excited to share with you what you can do with Data Factory in Fabric. In the next few months, we're going to continue to drive continuous product innovation and working with you very closely and listening to your product feedback. One of the top asks is CI/CD support for data flows and pipeline. We'll also be driving continuous improvements to how you can get data into your lakehouse and data warehouse, focusing on delivering the best experience. We'll make data discovery of trusted data sources easier and enable you to get from data to insights quickly. Thank you for the opportunity to share about Data Factory in Fabric and what you can do with it. We can't wait to see what you will build with Data Factory in Fabric, and thank you.